But when I just got here, I was just a bit like, I don't want to be here anymore.
Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. Pull me out of this. You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down. You know how to calm me down.
Good morning. You know, I was gonna try to hit y'all with like an April Fool's joke, but I really just not even in the mood. But good morning, good morning. Hopefully, April 1st is treating you well. Stay on your defense, 'cause I'm sure somebody will try to pull something over on you. It's not gonna be me, though. Promise you that. That being said, guys, I did say this was gonna be a quicker stream, probably. I mean, we'll see what we get. I usually say that, and then we're on here for an hour anyway. That being said, we moved pretty decently overnight. We're currently up about 155 points on NQ. ES is about 30 points, the Dow about 200. This is sorta kinda within our threshold for like a no trade day. Although volatility has been kicked up a little bit, so the market kinda just throws around 200 points like it's a joke most days. So we're taking a look at a couple things. In terms of POIs, we have continued since yesterday's stream, pushing to the buy side. Alright, and we're all the way up here at 24, a little bit over 24. Most notably, we're playing into a 4-hour loan candle, which we've recently grabbed. So that's got our eyes, open for potentially fading some of this rally as we move into a new month. So, got our eyes open on that. Again, we have the open here in about 7 minutes. In terms of pre-market action, we have a couple interesting things that have happened here. First off, I myself kind of fucked up this morning and got lucky. So I probably don't end up taking any more trades. Personally, I should already be losing today. But I didn't have a stop loss in, and I got lucky. And by lucky, I mean I didn't end up losing my evals that I'm trading on. Because I very well could have. So I'm kind of in a position where I feel blessed, but I realize how much of an idiot I was this morning. So I was kind of playing this early 15-minute OB that got wiped. And I actually scaled into this twice. I actually kind of front ran it a little bit in the final minute and a half. And then I kind of got in another contract after it had formed. So yeah, this did hit stop. I'm luckily still in it and didn't lose my evals with this just continuing straight in a straight up line like it probably should have. So yeah, a little bit of luck there on my side. I don't know, maybe I get knocked out at break even at this point and it's just all null and void. Maybe these go into my TPs and I end the day positive. But after that happened during pre-market, and Trump went out there and he posted something. I didn't quite go read what it says yet. Let me see, what did he post? Let's see. Iran's new regime president, much less radicalized and far more intelligent than his predecessors. Why do we have to do that? Has just asked the United States of America for a ceasefire. We will consider this when the Hormuz Straits... I feel like I say that wrong every time. Until then, we are blasting Iran into oblivion, or as they say, back to the Stone Ages. Okay, so they want a ceasefire, and you're just bombing them. Okay. Sometimes I wish this dude would just shut his mouth. Right? How much do I? Who do we gotta pay? You think it's possible to pay Trump just to shut up? Yes. You think there's any money in the world? I feel like people have tried. Just speak when it's important, brother. We didn't need this post at all. You telling me like people got stopped out of this trade because of this? Fucking unbelievable. Alright. Anyway, because of that tweet that we just read out, we do have some morning absorptions here. These are, again, these are pretty valid. They're nice. They swept that 4-hour lone candle. Again, same thing on the 5-minute here. Again, you can see reactions from his tweet on both sides, as people probably read the first sentence and responded, and then people read the second sentence and responded. And this did all happen within like a very short 1-minute window. So again, I wouldn't doubt that. Again, this is people that have, you know, people say the algorithms. Again, I'm not talking about like an algorithm that controls the market. I'm just talking about market participants that have algorithms. Like, right, like it would cost me an afternoon to build a bot that just waits for Trump to post stuff, feeds that post into an LLM that tries to translate whether that's bullish or bearish, and then just goes and executes a trade. So there are a bunch of people that just run stupid shit like that. And I can see how, again, you get responses like this that are just very reactionary off the word ceasefire. And then the tokens kind of kick in the full context of the tweet. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, that's actually not good. So again, that's kind of what you're getting here when you see these immediate 1-minute reactions. I mean, he posted this at... this isn't timestamped. What kind of news outlet doesn't timestamp? I mean, this happened at 8:44. I got this notification at 8:52. So yeah, it was probably posted at right at 8:44. 1 billion? I don't even think 1 billion's enough. I don't think... I don't even think that's enough, bro. I think you have to up that to like 1 trillion. A very short window. I was sitting in profit. Went upstairs to heat up my breakfast, came back, and I was out of the trade. Yeah, I had switched over like 10 minutes after this happened. And I had opened it up and seen my position, but I also seen the stop loss like emojis. And I literally closed my phone and reopened my phone like twice. I was like, why am I still in this? I was actually considering that maybe there wasn't enough liquidity to fill me, but that's very improbable. So yeah, we'll see what we get here at the open. You know, do we fade off this 4-hour candle? Is the big question. Does this 4-hour wick provide an Asian session opportunity later? Alright, that's a big question too, is maybe we go nowhere today. And again, Trump is now speaking tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern. So the market might, at this point, want to just wait to hear what he has to say, officially. So there's some possibilities that maybe Wally gets what he was looking for, where, you know, this 4-hour candle closes in half an hour. Maybe we do close down and leave this wick behind. And then maybe the good idea, you know, the better idea is to wait for some sort of fill on this wick into Asian session. Maybe off the backbone of him speaking at 9. And then maybe we get an execution model at that point to play lower. On the buying side, there are a couple of things that I think still concern me or I want to be aware of. There is decent liquidity above us still. We could still come back for highs at 24,500. I mean, if what he has to say and deliver is positive, again, there are a lot of interesting liquidity levels higher. 25,600 still remains open, something that we've talked about. So it's like, how long does this one last? Do we begin to fade this off those simple 4-hour continuation levels? I mean, again, this is a logical spot to play. I wouldn't mind taking losses up here, because again, it is our first POI on the continuation side, really, that we've hit all week. So it's like, if we fail here, okay, yeah, then yeah, I mean, we have our higher levels. I mean, I think in the daily perspective, the level that makes the most sense is this, 25,700 area. It's like, do we get magnetized up into this? Possibility. Again, we took out this 23k level. I mean, it's no joking matter of level. We took out really nice liquidity, played in some really nice, inefficiencies. This could drive us to 25,700, so just keep in mind, if we fail today into the rest of the week, that remains as an option. Alright, let's see here. We got the open immediately opened up down. Now we're pushing back higher. See how this responds here. In terms of ES, I just want to take a look at ES real quick. Yeah, we're playing at or above the 4-hour lone candle here as well, so possibilities look good. The Dow is playing like this little liquidity pocket. That's looking a little stronger though. Just checking stuff out as we form this first 5-minute candle. Let me keep a look at headlines too. Like I said, today would mostly be a no trading day for me, based off how aggressive we were trading this morning before the open. Again, the only exception to that really is the fact that we're playing into this 4-hour lone candle, so just keeping an eye out for anything that may work for us here. Some comments coming in about inflation from Fed members. It seems the consensus is that over the next 2 quarters we should get more inflationary data that is representative of how tariffs have impacted it. Again, you have oil going relatively crazy still as well. Again, oil sitting right below that 100 level. Oil did take these equal highs though. Look, these equal highs formed engulfing candle, engulfing volume, so we like to see that. Plus we've already retested into that, and that's got some order flow to the downside. So again, what does Trump say today? And what's that build out for the path on oil? Again, though, we won't see the impacts of this for some time. I know we have inflation coming up next week, so we'll have to again keep a little bit of an eye on that. I could be interested again if we retake these twin wicks. I could be interested up here. Again, just playing off this 4-hour lone candle like a zone. Still think the safest bet would be if we play Asian session though. See if there's some sort of opportunity to fade any lies that Trump might be spewing later. Trump did comment 26 minutes ago that tonight he will express his disgust with NATO and talk more about considering withdrawing us from it, which I still don't think is the right response. Trump says so much before he speaks. Like, dude, like, you're speaking at 9 p.m. tonight. Like, why are you telling people what you're gonna say tonight? Like, dude, just... It's like we got the full topic. We know everything he's gonna talk about. We're just gonna have to hear him sit there and stroke his ego around these topics. Again, he said we're going to be out of Iran pretty quickly. I don't know. I find that hard to believe. We just deployed troops there. Like, why are we deploying people if we're going to be out of there relatively quickly? That makes no sense to me. Market is continuing to pump off some of this sentiment, though. Russia putting out headlines now that says Iran has constructively agreed to the passage of some ships. It's an interesting comment from Russia. Yeah, we had like retail sales earlier or something like that. That was at 8:30 though. That wasn't at 8:40. This 8:45 action is definitely Trump headlines. Do you think we can distro out of this area? Maybe we take this side. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. I mean, ideally we don't just erase it today, right? I mean, like on the daily, we're clearly not gonna get like that lone candle idea. That we kind of knew that was gonna be the case after you sort of like really breaking above this wick, right? There was like another spike up that completely invalidated that idea. It's like if we were gonna close as a lone candle yesterday, we probably would have held, you know, below here. So the fact that we just ended up like reaccumulating and compressing and pushing higher, like that idea was dead in the water at that point. You're moving too far away for that to become a reality. So again, it's the best thing for us is to just do these healthier pullbacks into POIs like this, and then yeah, form, you know, smaller distributions to drive narrative. Again, it's very rare you're gonna just play up into this and then just immediately collapse, right? We know that's not how that works. So a complete picture for us, again, if we were gonna draw something out, is like, okay, cool, we've started to form a range. I mean, if you're gonna like look at it through the Wyckoff view, again, like some people will say you started to form a range, like, you know, like this high, and you're starting to form that out. I would say you're probably incorporating this as well. This is like your very early phase A. Like if you go look at like early phase A schematics, you always get that early like little beginning to it. So like this is like the beginning of your range. Again, you create the range high at this point. You're starting to establish some range lows. So we want this to kind of like draw itself out. Even if it's only over the course, again, because these are like intraday charts. So even if this is over the course of, say, like 3, 4, 5 sessions, right? So this is, you know, Asian session into London. So it's 1, 2, 3. Then you have 4 would be tonight's Asian session. 5 would be like London. So it's again, like that's what we're looking for. We're looking for, you know, Trump speaking at 9 p.m. for this to develop out. So yeah, ideally, like we start to develop some nicer structure against the highs. You know, again, maybe you make a new high, you come down, you kind of just compress into this, then we spike it during Asian session, and then come back for the lows. Like that would be, you know, potentially most ideal if we were gonna set stuff up how we would want stuff, you know. Even intraday. I mean, this is getting this. I don't know if another headline dropped here. Maybe something did. It's pretty crazy. 3-minute candle. Yeah, of course, because Iran. That's what I'm saying. Like you're getting conflicting headlines. You're getting Trump saying something, then you're getting Russia saying something. Now Iran's foreign minister just put out, only Iran and Oman will decide the future of the Strait of Hormuz. So again, you're just getting conflicting headlines back and forth. So it would just be great if we just do something like this. Then maybe we spike this, maybe we don't. Maybe that's all we got. But you give us this into Asian session, and like that's most ideal for us. This would also allow me to get out of my trades on the evals, because like a lot of my TPs sit like right down here. So that would allow me to get out of my trades, and then maybe we build up liquidity against like this. Again, so it's like maybe you have swipe of these with this high, you know, make new internal highs, reswipe, and then continue. Again, that's like all speculation. Like we can sit here and draw a million different scenarios. Anybody can do that. It's just a matter of how we decide to navigate that later during Asian session. But I do think that's like just the best setup for us. Let me see. Am I still in on evals? At 23,886 would be my final TP this low of day. Yeah, outside of that, guys, I don't really have any other updates. I think we're gonna be in for a good Asian session. Again, my advice to you guys would be to pay attention to these 4-hour lone candles. Again, I do have eval trades that are still alive, that are just hanging on to the high here. Again, but I'm gonna be out of those if if we break, 5 a.m. lows. I'm gonna be out of these. So, what were you saying about Top Step live accounts? What's the issue with them? I have 3 Express accounts at the moment. Yeah, so when I say like live account, we're not talking about the Express accounts. We're talking about the actual like live funded trader program. And like it's all right. There's a bunch of problems with it, and it's just in comparison to Express accounts, right? Like if you get moved to live, it's not the end of the world, but it does suck in comparison to having Express accounts, right? So again, you guys know I was a live trader. I traded live with them for it was like a month and a half until I hit my 30 days in total, and then I was able to take out the rest. And I also like burned through like 8 grand of it, just generally trading it towards the end, as I knew I was gonna exit it. So like there's like a couple of things that are really annoying about it. One, you lose like the micro scaling. So the micro scaling for me is like a big deal, right? So it's like if you normally get 5 minis, 50 micros, you don't get that same freedom on the live account. Like it doesn't scale 1 to 10 like that. So it's like if you have 5 minis, you have 5 micros. That's just dumb. Or that's the way it was anyway for me. I know they've made changes recently. I don't know if they've added micro scale. I don't think they have. But when I was live, that was the case. That was really annoying because one, it limited my ability to trade like I normally would. Because again, I normally trade micros, and if I'm up on the day and I'm taking a secondary trade, I might scale into it more aggressively, and I might try to parlay some of the profits, as I've told you guys, on funded accounts. If I catch a great Asian session trade on 3-4 micros, if I take another New York trade, I might try to scale into like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Again, I showed you guys, you guys may or may have not seen it, depending on when you guys have joined, but I've showed you guys how I kind of handle that. So I lost the ability to do that on live. That's very annoying, right? Because that changes up my whole execution plan. I have to plan for that now. Couple other things that kind of suck with it. You also get put back onto like a daily. I think the daily loss limit comes back. Whereas on Express, if you have a buffer, like in your Express accounts, if you have like 9, 10K in your Express account, if you want to blow like 7 grand in a day, there's nothing stopping you from doing that. Again, so you can compound your risk, which again, I would never really advise somebody to do in their personal account. But like, yeah, if you have a Top Step 50K XFA and you have, 12K in it, I don't think you should, if you want to put the pedal to the floor, you can do that, is basically what I'm saying. In the live account, you can't do that. You're still bound by that daily loss limit, so that comes back. So just like little things like that. It's not the same as trading the Express fundeds. And when you're on live, you can't trade Express fundeds anymore. So it's not even like you can be like, oh, well, I have to just do this in one account. So again, it's inherently a lot worse than the XFA experience. There's just no benefit. To you as a trader, there's no benefit. To the prop firm, there's loads of benefits. They ice you, you can make less money, they know you're profitable. Any money that you make in the live account doesn't come directly out of, their money. So it's all the benefit to the firm. It's very little benefit to you as a trader. Like there's no benefit to you as the trader to go live on a prop firm. 9 out of 10 times. The sim funded environment is where you want to be. It's like if you get moved to live, it's punishment. It's not a blessing. It's just congratulations, you're costing them too much money. It's just literally what it is. You're making too much money. We have to de-risk. So yeah, it sucks. There's a bunch of reasons why it sucks. There's just no benefit to you. Yeah, and that too. The new unlock your, like, I didn't have that. For me, they just put my money right into the account. So inherently, it's also even worse than when I was there. It's even worse. I couldn't imagine having to unlock my profits. And again, you know what that is? That is, I'll tell you what that is. Again, that goes back into the de-risk problem, right? Because think about it like with me. With me, when I went live, I think I went live with like, it was like $23,000 or something like that, because they paid out. I went live with like 44,000, I think it was, and then they paid out half, so they sent me 22 grand, and they put 22 grand in the account. Now that 22 grand is their money, like that, they're taking the risk on that, but they think that you're profitable, so again, that, you know, they see it as, okay, well, you're gonna make money and it's whatever. But if you lose that 22 grand, that sucks for you because you didn't make anything, but Top Step still loses that money. So that's why they add the unlocked profits, because if they move somebody live with like 40 grand, if that trader just goes crazy and then loses that 40 grand now, and they were wrong about moving them to live, then they're essentially out of that 40 grand. To the trader, it's really no different. You know, yeah, they're losing profits, but again, we view it differently because you never touched it. So again, that's another rule they're adding to protect their capital. So like, okay, yeah, you know, you went live with 40 grand. We'll give you 8 grand, and you could unlock the rest. Because if you just blow that 8 grand, then they've saved themselves 30 grand. You guys see how that works? It protects them. It does nothing for you. So, there you go. Every rule prop firm puts in is to protect their bottom line. It's never for your benefit, ever. And show me any rule anywhere, I'll show you how it doesn't benefit you. Now, Top Step does have to be fair to Top Step, they have a lot of great things that they do, right? Like a lot of their risk settings and locking out, and they do a lot of great things to help you as a trader. It's more platform based, right? It's more platform based. You know, again, Tradeovate has added that to their platform. Like, they make good innovations that help the trader too. I don't want to completely bash them, but I've said it before and I'll say it again. There's nobody is your friend. The prop firm is not your friend. They want to make money off you. The broker is not your friend. They want to make money off you. I'll even say it for people that stream and make tools and run groups, myself included with that. Right? There is a level of, we're doing that because it benefits us. Like, there might be some mutual benefit to you guys as well, but like, you know, the big YouTubers on here that pull thousands of people and that just do degenerate things like gambling off NFP, like they're doing that because they're creating entertainment that drives them revenue. Right? So again, the quicker you realize that, the quicker you can enter a more mutual relationship with brokers and prop firms and tool providers and all of that. Nobody is your friend. There's no real, but there's never benefit for you. There might be like some benefits, some like, again, like they'll pitch it as, oh, it builds consistency and discipline and character, and you can build all that without that rule. That's got it's that's what the marketers come up with to justify it all. That being said, guys, markets look like they're gonna enter range-bound nonsense here. Like I said, we have Trump speaking later. Maybe we watch that together. I don't know. Maybe we go live. I'll see what I'm doing later tonight at 9. If markets are in an interesting spot and we have internal buildups of liquidity against 24,193, and maybe if we leave some stuff clean to the downside at 24, it might be worth going live just to review some of that. But aside from that, guys, it's a pretty quiet day. Again, it would be a no trade day for me personally. I wouldn't advise partaking in this noise. So yeah, I'll give you guys another minute or two if you guys have questions. If not, we'll wrap this up. And at the very least, hopefully you guys got value out of my little Top Step rant. But also, Pav, don't let me, like, you know, I'm not saying that to like scare you guys away from prop firms. Like, I'm just saying, like, I've been live with Top Step before. That's why I've slowed down trading there. Is like, I'm scared if I get like a withdrawal, they're just going to move me to live, and then it's just like all that wasted effort for no reason. So that's why I'm at MFFU and looking at Lucid, and I'm probably, you know, who knows? If I trade really well, I might get moved live to those programs too, and we'll see what those are about. You recommend MF? Yeah, my funded futures again. I haven't really had a problem to hate them or dislike them. I mean, I think they're. I mean, like the plans are pretty good. I'm a fan of the flex plan. You know, anything that has no consistency allows me to trade end of day, you know, is kind of like the plan I go for. So yeah, my funded futures, Lucid trading, I've heard good things about. I personally, I haven't bought an account there yet. I know they got some crazy deal going on. I should probably go scoop an account if that's still going on. If not, these firms run discounts all the time. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I hate my country. Almost all prop firms have restrictions. Yeah, I think I know where you're from, and yeah, it becomes tough for you. Just futures in general might be even tough for you. I mean, how are the CFD props, bro? The CFD props ain't doing nothing. I couldn't even tell you any of them that still exist, but it's always an option. Funded Next Futures is legit too. I have a CFD account. Yeah, Funded Next has been, again, yeah, one of those dual companies that have been around. So I don't know. Again, I've never used them. I think I've looked at their plans. Again, there's a lot out there. Okay? There's so many. Every day, I swear to God, a new one comes across my desk. My thing is with firms, guys, is like, there's no reason to go outside of, say, there's no reason to go outside of like Top Step, My Funded Futures, and like Apex, unless you have reason to, right? Like if you're gonna, you know, go. I mean, even Lucid. I mean, like we'll maybe throw Lucid in there too, just based off things I've heard. But like going to anybody that's like newer than that, the only reason you would ever do that is if they're cheaper. And I've always said this, if you're worried about the cost of the prop firm account, right? If the difference is like $70 or like $90, if you're worried about that, I'm gonna just be real with you. You probably shouldn't be prop trading. Like, you might as well just open up a demo and continue to trade, right? Because it's like, in all honesty, if you expect to get the payout, you're not worried about like that $20. Like, there's no reason to go to a less reputable prop firm over $20. Like, that's just so dumb, right? Because the risk is that less reputable prop firm is going to do something weird or shady that's going to erase days, if not weeks, of work. That's the cost, right? It's like, oh, if I might save $20, but if you're going to have problems 4 weeks down the road, that's just stupid. That's just like not worth the $20 at all. And anybody that does any sort of risk analysis, like, there's just no reason. Just wait a couple of days, make another $20 or something. Like, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're shopping for prop firms based off like a $20 difference in price, I'm sorry, but you're not going to make it. That's just, it's just the truth. It's just the truth. Go with somebody reputable that's been around a while. Your rules, I understand. Pricing, I don't understand. As somebody who's trading to make money. All right. With that said, guys, listen, it's 10 a.m. I'm gonna shut this down. It's a no trade day for me. Your boy is just gonna hold these eval trades as is. I might adjust my stop to above here, honestly, at this point. Again, because I got kind of lucky as it is. So, with that being said, guys, I might see you guys for 9 p.m. for a little Trump speech. But outside of that, trade safe, trade smart. Don't trade at all. Today would be my opinion. Do you copy trade your evals or fundeds? It depends on how many I have. I like to rotate. This will be the last question I address, by the way. It depends on how many I have. If I have more than 6, then yes, I copy trade some of them. I don't like to copy trade them all together. All right, just to give a quick example of this, I like to rotate my accounts. So if I have 3, that means I might like trade on Tuesday, I might trade 2 of them. On Wednesday, I trade 2 of them, but 1 is different, right? So I like to spread my risk around, right? So I'll never copy trade them all together. So if I have like 6 accounts, I might trade 2 of them on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, I might swap 1 of them out for a different one. And I'll do that. And I'll trade them around like that. There is a little bit of overlap though. So like I'll trade, again, like 1 account like Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'll trade that same account again on Thursday, but 1 of them might be different. So I kind of swap them around like that depending on, is the account up, is the account down. You just want to have dispersion of your wins and losses. Again, that's a personal choice. Every time I copy trade all my accounts together, I have the worst day of my career. So I don't do that. That's a recipe for disaster. I put them on a rotation. But yeah, with that said, fam, I'll see you guys on a different day. It's your boy Skagman.